question. The average age including me is 26.5 years and excluding me is 32 years. Now my family includes my parents and my siblings. Okay, so the average age including me, so assuming that my family excluding me is n members, okay, excluding me. So this gives us 26.5 into n plus 1 minus 32n equals to my age. Is it fine? Is it fine? Are you getting it? Yes? Yeah. So let's just solve this. 26.5n plus 26.5 minus 32n. This gives me 26.5 minus 5.5n. Now it's also mentioned that ages of all family members are natural numbers. So for this to be natural number, so for example, if I take n as 1, what will be this? 26.5 minus 5.5. So my age comes out to be 21. Okay. If I take n is equals to 2, this will become 5.5 into 2, 11. So this will not be a natural number. Okay. So since if I multiply this, like if n is even, this will not be a natural number. Okay. Getting my point? Yes. Yeah. So n can be 3 then. Yeah. This will give me something like 15.5. So I think 11. N cannot be 4. If I take n as 5, then I think it will be 26.5 only. So my age will be 0. That's not possible. So I have two options for n, 1 or 3. Yeah. Now it's mentioned that age difference between my parents as well as between me and one of my siblings is 2 and 4 years. Now n is the number of members excluding me, okay? And since the number of members already includes my parents, like my father, mother and siblings, like that will be more than 1. So n cannot be 1, okay? N has to be 3. So that gives me that like in my family there are my parents, like my father, mother, and there is one other sibling apart from me. Okay, getting it? How we come to n equals to 3? Yeah, why not 1? See, like n is the number of members excluding me in my family. So if n is equals to, and it is already mentioned that my family includes my parents as well as my siblings. So there has to be more than one member, right? Apart from me. Yeah. So that's why I have taken as n is equals to 3. And it's mentioned age difference between my parents. Like between my parents, that will be age difference between my father and mother. That will be 2 and 4 years, and between me and one of my siblings. Okay. So we don't have the order. So we have 4 members in the family: me, my mother, my father, and one of my siblings. And the age difference between my parents, like between my father and mother, and between me and one of my siblings, that can be 2 or 4 years. Okay. So for example, which of the following is the possible age of my father? Now I'm taking this 4 members to be father, mother, sibling, and me. Okay. Now age difference can be, for example, if I take, if I have taken n is equals to 3, so my age came out to be 11. Okay. So just take this calculation once. If I do 5.5 into 3, this comes out to be, I think, 15.5. Yeah, this is 11, right? Yes, it would be 10. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah. My age is 10. So my siblings' age can be 10 plus minus 2 or 10 plus minus 4. Right? Now, average age of my family, excluding me, is 32 years. So, see, you'll have to again form the cases here, right? Like this will be 10 plus minus 2, and here also including me is 26.5. So 26.5 into 4, that gives you 106. Okay, so 106 minus minus 10, that gives you 96. And you'll have this, like there will be two numbers between between difference of 2 and 4, and there will be one of my siblings who can be 12, 14, 8, or maybe, yeah, 8 or maybe 12. Okay, these are the four cases you need to form. Are you getting this? Yes. Did anyone of you solve this question in the mock? No? Yeah. So see, this is not a very tough question, but this is time taking question. Cases samjhane. See, cases as in, see, the difference we don't know if it will be 2 years or 4 years, and it would be elder or younger. So that's why if my age is 10, then my sibling's age could be 10 plus 2 or 10 minus 2 or 10 plus 4 or 10 minus 4. Okay. Getting it? Yes. So that's why I'll need to form all the cases to identify. Now, this question you should not have attempted in first or second round. This will take you time, okay? Even if you are 95, 97 percentile, this will take you time. You should go it in like third round. Because this will eat up your time for easier questions, okay? Yeah. And even if you are a 99 percentiler, I think you should target it at last only. So just understand this. This seems like an easy question, but when you start making, and even if you have decided that you'll attempt this question, and if it's taking you 2 minutes, please skip this question, keep the rough work as it is, and skip this question. Come back to it again later on when you have finished the later ones. Don't think any question as like I have already invested in 2 minutes. If I invest 2 minutes more, I'll get the answer. No, don't think about it anytime. Okay, this is the first and foremost advice. Okay, just try to implement it in all your mock sectionals, and this is what you have to do while you solve your mocks and sectionals. Just don't think about it like I have wasted already 2 minutes. If I invest 2 minutes more, I'll get the answer. No, that does not happen. And be detached from all the questions. Don't take it on your ego. Okay, think about it. What if a 99 percentiler thinks like he'll think कि I am pro मेरे से तो होता है and I should get all the questions, and he gets stuck. He'll not be able to do it. Be detached from all the questions. Okay, don't take it to your emotional level. So let's just skip it for now. I'll tell you these cases. You'll have to make this four cases with this, and I think you have the solution key as well. You'll get all those four cases there also. Okay. So that's the crux of this question. Now let's move to next question. So this is a fruit seller buys mangoes at some rate and sells them at 90% of the rate at which he bought. And he uses false weights such that he earns approximately 10% profit in the transaction. So what weight does he use for 1 kg? Okay. So let's just assume that CP for 1 kg of mangoes is 100 rupees. Okay. Now he sells them at 90% of the rate. See, this looks like an easy question. It's mentioned that he sells at 90%, so this will become 90 rupees. Now he uses false weights. For example, he uses Y weight, like he sells Y kgs. Okay, in place of 1 kg, he sells Y kg. Okay, and he approximately earns 10% profit. So that means this is 1.1. What will be the CP for this? 100Y. Okay, so this is 190 divided by 1.1. This should be the CP since it's 10% profit, or 100Y into 1.1 equals to 90. Getting it? Getting? Yes? Yeah, this is an easy question, like simple cost price 90 by 1.1, what it will be? I think it will be something around 81.8. Okay. So for y kgs, like for this, the CP is 81.8. Now we assume that for 1 kg he's selling, he's getting a CP of 100 rupees. So for 818 rupees CP, he'll sell how many grams? 818 grams? Are you getting this? This was simple. Yes? Yes? Guys, come on. We need some more energy. Yes? Okay. So this you could have gone through in the first go. Okay. You could have attempted in the first go. You could easily get done with it in like 2 minutes or so. Why 10% profit on 90? See, it's mentioned he's selling that, like he's selling them at 90% rate. So I assume that he buys, for example, he buys 1 kg mangoes at 100 and then he sells them at 90% rate, which is rupees 90. Then it's mentioned that he earns 10% profit in the transaction. So what will be the CP if he had earned 10% profit? That will be divided by 1.1. Yes. So that's where this comes from, 81.8. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's move on to next question now. Okay. Yeah. So RBI lends a certain sum of money to Yes Bank at a repo rate. So repo rate is the rate at which RBI lends money to bank. It's mentioned here also at simple interest. Okay. So this is 10% per annum for 2 years. Now Yes Bank then lends, see, this RBI, it lends money to Yes Bank. And then Yes Bank lends this money again to Adani Group. Okay. This is compounded. Okay, this is 10% compound interest. This is 10% simple interest. Right? Now this is for 2 years only. So you have to identify profit made by Yes Bank in the transaction. So this is simple. You just have to identify simple interest for this 2 years for this and compound interest. So for lending RBI, Yes Bank will have to pay how much interest? For example, I'm taking principal to be 100. Okay. So 100 into, like just for simplicity, I've taken principal to be 100. Just remember this in quant that for simplicity, take your own numbers, okay, 100,000, which are easily divisible. You don't have to deal with lot of fractions and percentages. So 100 into 10 into 2 by 100, this will be, so this is rupees 5. Sorry, I think I made a mistake. Yeah, this is 20, sorry. Yeah. And for this compound interest for 2 years, this will be, amount will be P into like 100 into 1 plus 0.1 power 2. This is 121. So the interest gained here is 21 rupees, right? So what is the benefit? Yes, yes, who raised the hand? Yes, someone? Do you have any issue? Okay. No? Okay, let's go ahead. So the profit earned by Yes Bank is rupees 1. Okay. Are you able to understand? It gained an interest of 21 while it paid only 20. So the profit is 20. Like profit is 21 minus 20. That is 1 rupees. On 20 rupees. The expense for Yes Bank was the 20 rupees of interest which it paid to RBI. So profit percentage would be 1 by 20 into 100. That is 5%. Okay. Is it clear? Yes. Amount minus करेंगे. हाँ, then we have to identify percent profit. Okay. Profit is amount minus करके. Amount क्यों minus करेंगे? Interest minus करेंगे ना. Because 100 rupees तो RBI ने दिए ही है तुमको. Getting it? Is it clear, Sanlak? Okay. Let's move ahead. So this was also easy question. See, you just needed to subtract this compound interest from simple interest, which you might have solved many times if you have completed this. Okay, 1% on 100, not on 100. See, the expense we need to identify profit made by Yes Bank. Now the profit is made on what is the cost price or what is the expense. So what was the expense for Yes Bank? It received 100 rupees from RBI. Okay, the expense was the 20 rupees interest which Yes Bank paid back to the RBI. Okay, on that it earned 1 rupees. Okay, is it clear now? Yes, let's move ahead then. This is simple question. You should have completed this in first go, even if you are targeting, I don't know, 90 percentile or 95 percentile. You should have cleared it in first go. This is very simple question. Okay. This you just have to subtract this compound interest from simple interest. Now, next question is shown the ship is tied to the corner of a barn, which is a rectangular farm building. So this is a barn. This is rectangular farm building. Dimensions are 40 and 20. And for example, here the ship is tied with a rope of length 15. So this is 50 meters. And this is tied. And there are no obstructions, approximate area of grass that Sean can eat. Now it can go from here till here till here. What happen is here when you come to here, so this will be 20 and then this comes out to be 30. Okay. And then from here, since this rope cannot move inside the barn, this will be just 30. Okay, this will be 30. This will be the area for which Sean can eat. And here also, when it goes from this side, it will go up till here. Like this will be the 50. And then after this, since this rope cannot move inside the barn, this will be just the 10 meters of rope which can move. Okay, so this will be 10. Okay, are you able to understand how I came to this? Yes. So the maximum area of grass would be, see, it can cover 3/4 of this 50-meter radius wala circle. Okay, 3/4 of pi into 50 square. Then it can cover 1/4 of this 30-meter wala circle, since this is rectangle. Okay, you understand this? This is rectangle. So 1/4 of pi into 30 square plus similarly 1/4 of this pi into 10 square. Getting it? I think you can solve this now. Just remove this pi by 4 outside and solve this. Okay, this is the simple calculation. Yes? Okay, let's move ahead. Yeah. So now next question is Rani took some candies from the fridge while going to her room. She encountered her 3 sisters one after the other and gave each of them third of the candies plus 3 candies. And she's left in the end with 7 candies. Now in this kind of question, see, one of the trick is going from behind. Okay. So see, for example, Rani came from here, like from fridge, she came, she met her 4 sisters, then she met second, then she met third, and then after that she had 7. Okay. So just think about it. When she goes from here, like before that, assume that she had X candies. Okay. So out of those X candies, she gave 1/3 plus 3. And this gives you away with 7. Okay. Assuming that after meeting her second sister, she was left with X candies, then she gave 1/3 plus 3 to her third sister, and after that she was left with 7 candies. Okay. So while you subtract this, this gives you 2x plus 3. This will go that side. This is 10. So this is 2. This gives you that x is 15. Like here she had 15 candies, okay? And she gave 15 by 3, 5 plus 3, 8 to her. Okay. So this similar equation, you'll get the similar equation every time, right? So you just have to equate x minus x by 3 plus 3 to 15 now. Okay. This is the similar equation you'll get. Okay. So this becomes a simpler version. You have to just, this will be 2x plus 3 equals to 18. Just solve this. This becomes 27. Then again the same equation, 2x by 3 minus 3 equals to 27. So this becomes 30, 15. So this becomes 45. Like when she came from initially from fridge, she took out 45 candies. Are you getting this point? This is the simple version. Like you should go from backwards in this kind of cases. Because if you start solving from here and you do take this x and you start subtracting x minus x by 3 plus 3, and you'll have a lot of this x, and when you'll do this 1 by 3 1 by 3, it will get too much of a calculation. Okay, are you getting it, guys? See, this is the difference you need to understand between maybe a 70-80 percentiler or 90 percentiler and a 99 percentiler. How you reduce those calculations and save your time. That's the most important thing that you need to learn for QA at least. Yes, let's move ahead. Okay. So what question we have next? Yeah. So at a supermarket, 100 grams of apples cost the same as 150 grams of orange and so on. Okay. And it's given that cost of apples is 200 per kg and you need to buy 500 grams of each of the varieties. Okay. So 100 gram apple is 150 grams of oranges. So what we need to do, it's given that 200 rupees per kg. So for 100 grams, this will be 200 by 10. That means this cost is 20. So 150 grams of oranges cost rupees 20 and we need to find for 500 grams. So for this question, guys, you just have to simplify your calculations. See, this is also 50 ka multiple, this is also 50 ka multiple. Okay. So let's just assume, break it down into 3 baskets of oranges of 50 grams each. Okay. So 3 baskets cost rupees 20 to me. Okay. So that means each basket will cost me rupees 6.67 and I need 10 baskets. I need 10 baskets, right? 50, 50, 50 for 500. So this will be into 10. That will be 66.7 or around 67 since we don't have any decimals here. Are you getting it? Is it fine? That's how you can do. Now next when you come, it's given that 300 grams of grapes cost you the same as 180 grams of oranges. Okay. So see, like from 150, we need to extrapolate it to 180 grams of oranges. So this, what is the common divisor you can think of? 30, right? The 30 is the common divisor. So assume now that it is 30, 30, 5 baskets of 30. Okay. And then that those 5 baskets are costing you 20. So each basket will cost you rupees 4 and you need here six baskets, right? So that gives you 6 into 4. So 24 rupees. So that means 300 grams of grapes is costing you rupees 24. Okay. Now we need to find for 500 grams. So just assume this 100 grams basket. Three baskets of 100 grams and they are costing me 24. Each basket will cost me rupees 3. Okay. Sorry. Each basket will cost me rupees 8. And there will be 3 baskets. So for five baskets, it will be rupees 40. Right? So I got for this is for oranges, this is for grapes. For apples, I already know. It is 200 per kg, so 100 per 500 grams. So I have this sum. 7, 16, 16, 420, 207. Are you able to get this? You just have to simplify your calculations. Okay. Yes. See, everyone can do this. The main aim is to simplify the calculations and save your time there. Yeah, let's move on to next question now. So this is x cube minus px square plus qx plus 10. This is divisible by x is minus x plus 5 and this is divisible by x minus 5. So this is very simple. So you just have to like substitute x equals to minus 5 here and x equals to 3 here. These are the questions that you need to do in your first go. In 2-3 minutes you need to complete those. Okay. So when you put minus 5q minus p minus 5 square plus q minus 5 plus 10, this is equals to 0. Tell me what this will be. Come on. Minus 125 plus 25p minus 5q plus 10. So this will be 25p minus 5q is equal to 115. Are you okay with this? Now while I substitute x equals to 3, 3 to the power 4 plus 3 to the power 3 plus q into 3 square minus p into 3 plus 42. This is 0. Okay. So 3 to the power 4 is 81. 81, 27, 42 plus 9q minus 3p. Tell me what is the sum? This is 115. So 9q minus 3p. This is equals to minus 115. Right? And see what I need to find is what is the value of 3p minus q? Yeah, is it okay? मैम -25 होगा क्या -25 होगा? I did a calculation mistake. -25p. Oh, yeah. Sorry. This is -25. Okay. Yeah. So this is correct, right? So see, you have two equations, you have two unknowns, and you need to find 3p minus q. See what another thing you can do is I think you can add both of them. Just check this calculation once, okay? I might have. It will be -25p minus 15q equals to 115. Yeah, that's correct, right? That's what I have written. Yeah. Okay, so this is why this will be this correct. Why it will be -15? It has to be fine, no? Yeah. So I think this is two equations and two unknowns. You should be able to solve this. Okay. Is there any doubt? Okay, this is simple. Or do you want me to solve this or should I go ahead? No? Should I go ahead? Yeah. Okay. So this is ABC are 3 points on the circumference of the circle. Area of the circle is 100 by square units. See, you should immediately understand from here that R is 10, right? Since area is pi r square. Okay. And AB is 20. See, ABC are 3 points on the circumference and R is 10, AB is 20. That means AB is diameter. Are you able to understand this? This should click you. Okay, now see, for example, AB, this is diameter, we are clear with this. And this is some point C. Okay, pardon me. This is C, this is 20. Now, this is 10. So we need to maximize the area of half into A into this is ABC. So this will be right angle, right? So if you want to maximize the area half into AC into BC, so this has to be same, right? This will be only possible when this are maximized. So this has to be an isosceles triangle to maximize. So for isosceles triangle, if you drop like the perpendicular, it reaches to the midpoint. You are sure you know about it, right? Then this will become 10. Is it okay? 90 degree 10. What? Yes. So this will become 10. So the area will be equal to half into 10 into 20, right? This is also a right angle triangle. So this is 10, 20. Are you getting it? So this will become 10 into 10, 100. Is it okay? Yes. Yeah, 90, 45, 45 theorem. Yes. So these are simple questions, guys. This you need to do in your first go. And you can identify that the first question, if we could have spent a lot of time on that, what would have happened with these questions, okay? You're getting why did we take it isosceles? See, we want to maximize this thing, and you understand, right? That if we need to maximize this has to be both equal, and when they both are equal, this becomes an isosceles triangle, right? We, yeah, yeah, such questions do come in CAT, and don't ignore like geometry just by looking at it. Read the question once. Okay, this was so simple. I think you could have cracked in like 1 or 2 minutes max. Okay. So just don't skip by seeing it. Look at the question once. See, age wale questions, the first question we saw, generally we think that those questions are kind of easy and we spend a lot of time on them. Okay. So don't just go by the topics. Also understand that it's difficult or not. Okay. Are you getting it? Weak in arithmetic, any suggestion? See, you'll have to do practice. That's the only suggestion I can give you. And you have to understand from where you can save time. For example, if this would have not clicked to me that AB would be diameter, if I would have not seen that, then I would have struggled. I would have thought ki kaise maximize hoga. But once it was clear that it's diameter, it was very simple, right? See, arithmetic में important part is calculations, simplifying your calculations as much as possible. That would give you a lot of benefits. So just practice that as much as you can. Okay. So now this is 2x square plus 7 by 3x square minus 2. This is equals to k. So see this, how many integral values can k not take? This seems like a little bit of a typical question. So you can attempt it. You can leave it in your first go, but you can come back to it and attempt it in the second go. Okay. Getting my point? If any question doesn't seems like too direct to you, just leave it in the first go. First go may make sure that you are clear with the approach, and then only you pick it. So this will become 2x plus square plus 7 is equals to k into 3x square minus 2. And this goes on x square 2 minus 3k plus 7 minus 2 plus 7 plus 2k. Right? This is 0. And see, now for any quadratic, since this has to be integral values and x has to be real, d has to be greater than equal to 0. Okay. So just do the p square minus 4ac. That will be okay. 7 plus 2k is greater than 0. Plus 0. This is so this can, you can remove this, since now this will give you 14 minus 21k plus 4k minus 6k square. Or you can also write it down as 6k square plus 17k minus 14 greater than 0. Are you clear with this? Voice breaking. Are you guys not able to hear me? Is it fine? Yes? And this is clear, right? Fine? Yes. So, just check this calculation also once. Have made a mistake. 2x square 2 minus 3k plus 7 plus 2k. Yeah, this is correct. 14 plus 4k minus 21k. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. So you need to do you guys know how to solve this inequality, quadratic inequalities? Yes. Will you be able to solve this, or should I solve this completely? Yes. Should I leave it now? Next. Yes. Okay. Let's go to next. See, so this is a kind of second round question. You guys should pick it up. This can get a little bit complicated. So yeah. You guys can see my screen, right? Yeah. Now this log 15, see, if we this question, this can also be a little tricky log question. So you can attempt this questions in second round, okay? You can leave it in first round, but see, the only thing in this you need to observe is 243 is 3 to the power 5 and 15 is 3 into 5. And the question is done. It's as simple as that, okay? See, for example, log 15, this is 1, right? Right? Now log 15, I can write it as 3 into 5. This is 1. So this gives me log 15, 3 plus log 15, 5 as 1. Now this is already mentioned as x. So log 15, 3. This becomes 1 minus x. Now, we already saw this is log 15, 3 to the power 5. So this will become 5 log 15, 3. And we already have this value from here. 5, 1 minus x. So see, if you are someone like 95 or 99 percentile, you should have done it in first go. But if you are someone who is on 92, 93 percentile right now, then you could have skipped this and come back to it in the second round. But see, this is like 1 or 2 minutes question max. Are you getting it? Yes, easy, easy. Okay. So let's move. Yeah. So A can complete a piece of work in 3 days. See. Now this is like it's given double the time, double the time. So just try to simplify it as soon as you read a question. So A takes 3 days, B takes double time, that is 6 days. C takes double that of B, so that will be 20 days. Now D takes double that of C. That will be 24 days. Easy. Now what is mentioned to complete, if a contractor wants to complete a task in at most 4 days. See, I'll tell you a trick for this kind of questions. Don't try to solve by fractions. Now assume that there are, see what is the LCM of all this? LCM is 24, right? So assume that there are total 24 units of work. Okay. So that means that in a day, this completes 8 units. So that it is able to complete 24 units in 3 days. This completes 4 units, this 2 and this 1. Right? Right? So now what is the next step? If a contractor wants to complete a task in at most 4 days. So if I want to complete 24 units in 4 days, how much work I'll need to do in a day? I'll need to do at least 6 units of work, right? Right? So how many ways can he select a pair of workers? So how many ways can be there in which he can select a pair of workers such that the sum is 6? So see, A is already 8. So A can be selected with anyone. AB, AC, AD. Now if I see at B completes 4 units in a day. So if I can select BC, right? 6 units will be done. If I select BD, it would be only 5 units on a day. But I need 6 units, right? So BD can't be there and also CD can't be there. You're getting my point? So I got 4 ways of selecting my pairs. See, the other approach for that question would be you go on solving and that A and B it takes 1/3 days, then B takes 1/6 days. This will take a lot of time, okay? And the main AB will be more. Yeah. It's okay. It is written at most 4 days, okay? So it can be like more than six, right? So main point here is to understand the approach. You could have always solved like 1/3 plus 1/6 and see if it's less than 4 or not. And you go on doing it with all the pairs. But this would eat up a lot of your time. Okay. You understood? We easily solved this question in like 1.5 minutes. Okay. So this is like your first round question. You need to change your approach. Okay. Your main objective in coming to this analysis session should be to learn what is the approach, what approach you should follow rather than you should be able to solve it. That's the first thing, but you need to change your approach, right? Getting it? Yes. Okay. So let's move. This was easy question. You got? Okay. So A and B start working on a project. After 10 days, B is replaced by C, who can complete the project in alone in 20 days. Okay, there are A, B, C. C can complete in 20 days. Okay. Now A and B together take it 30 days. Then find the day on which the project will be completed after C replaces B. The efficiency of B is twice that of A. Okay, so let's assume that A completes X units of work each day. Okay, and B completes 2x units each day since efficiency is twice. That means the total work is 30 into x plus 2x since they both are taking 30 days. So the total work is 90x, right? Right. So how many units C is doing on each day? That is 90 units by 20 days. 90x, sorry. So this will be 4.5x units, right? So now 10 days A and B has worked, okay? Like A and after 10 days B is replaced. So that means they worked for 10 into x plus 2x. This gives me 30x. Now the remaining work is 90x minus 30x, right? This gives me 60x, okay? Now A and C will work together. So A and C, they will do x and 4.5x. Each day they are completing 5.5x. So how many days they'll take? This would be 10 point something. Okay. So see how after how many days after C is replaced, it will be 10 point something. So you can easily say 11 days, right? See, because 5.5, you will divide 600 by 55. It will be more than 10 obviously, and 550 plus 55. This will be less than 600. So it has to be 10 point something, right? Yes, 11. Cool. So this is also an easy question. Like you can complete it in about 2 minutes max. Time and work questions are mostly easier, so you can complete it. But then look at the question. If they are typical, then go to the second round. Okay. Don't just try to do. It's okay even if you solve 10 questions in first round. Okay. Or even if it's 5, 7, 8, if it's too difficult paper, that's okay. Don't look at the number of questions I've solved in first round. Okay. Just try to save your time that time. Okay. Now the next question we have is this seems like an easy question, right? I have been given 28 numbers. This is the sum. I think I'll just need to say assuming A and then common difference D. If I put, I think I'll get it. This seems like easy, right? Right? Yes. So do it in the first round. Yeah. So see, if I replace A, this will be 2 into A plus 7D plus A plus 18, 17D plus A plus 23D plus A plus 27D. This is 96. So what is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 plus This 14 and 17, 31, 34, 54, 54 and 27, 61, 81D. This is 96. You can divide it by 3. 2a plus. Since you need to identify sum, you'll need 2a. So you can divide it by 3. This becomes 2a. Now what is the sum of 28 numbers? N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Easy. This is n by 2, 14, 2a plus this is 28 minus 1, 27d. You already have this value as 32. Just put it and multiply. Easy. I think 14 into 2. This will be 448. Okay. Yes. Correct. Easy. This should have been your first round question, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's move then. Yeah. So there are two containers, A and B. See, this seems like a typical question. Okay, it has 1500 liters and it has 500 liters. So this maybe you can skip for the first round and you can go into the second round. Okay. Now, see, let's take it as X. So initially A, B both have capacity of 1500, but it contains 500 liters of wine and this contains 0 and this contains water 500, right? Now, see, assuming the shifts are taken place, and after several such shifts, there is like x x x quantity of wine has been taken down from this to this. Okay, so the wine in A will be 500 minus x, and this will be x. Now, total quantity this has to remain 500 only, right? So this will be x. This is wine. So this will be water. This will be x. This has to be 500 minus x to make this sum 500 both, right? Now what we have been asked is ratio wine in A, that is 500 minus x, to water in B, that is 500 minus x, is comma, this is 1, so this will become 1, right? And water in A, that is x, and wine in B, that is also x, right? This becomes 1. Yes, yes, easy. But this type of questions could have been tough. So it's okay if you leave it for from the first round. Okay. You can easily do it in the second round and complete it in like 2 minutes max. Okay. Is it fine, guys? Yeah. So the next question we have is A standing on the foremost point of a train, moving at 270 km per hour in a straight line. He starts moving in the direction opposite to that of the train at 3 meters per second. And see, this will be I think 75 meter per second, 270 into 5 by 80, right? Now this is a train. A is standing here, B is standing here. It is moving 3 meter per second. This is moving 4 meter per second. Now a person standing outside notices that when A moves 1800 meter, B is 2100 meter away from it. So after how many time and train is moving here 75 meter per second. So after how many time A can be noticed to have moved 1800 meter, that will be we have to find time. So 1800 meter by 75 minus 3. So this will be 1800 by 72. Gives me 18 4s are 18. 25 seconds. So after 25 seconds, how much A would have been moved? 25 into 3 meter per second. That is 75 D will be 25 into 4, that is 100. And still there is a gap of 2100 meters. So length of the train is 75 plus 100 plus 2100 plus 100. Yes? Yes? Are you getting it? Right? Is there any doubt? Yeah. Let's move on. So this is find the smallest prime number dividing and A and B are greater than 3. So see, this is an odd number. If you take any power of the odd number, this would be this will be odd only. Okay, like if you take 1, 2, this will be odd only, right? So this has to be odd number, and this also has to be odd number. So their sum will be even, right? Odd plus odd is even. So even number there will be smallest prime number. So that has to be 2, right? Right? Are you getting it? Yes. This was easy. But this kind of questions can be very typical and can be tough. So if this strikes to you in the first place that this is odd and odd plus odd will be even, then it's okay. If you're targeting 99 plus percentile, then this should definitely strike you and you should do it in first round. But if you are someone with 92, 93 or 95 percentile and this doesn't strike you in the first go, leave it. Don't focus on it too much. Okay. Now this seems to be a typical question. I think anyone, even the 99 percentiler, you should leave it in the first go because I think this kind of questions are very typical. So, it we have been given that there is a cube ABCDEFGH, so of side 1 unit, and starts from H and wants to reach point D by traveling the path of minimum distance. But before reaching D, the ant must complete at least one round and then move. So, see, we want a shortest distance. I'll just open up this cube so you understand the size. For example, how will ant move? This is H, this is G, and it will come to B. Then this goes to C. This is D. And that side it will be E. And then again it comes back to G, H, E, C, and it has to go to D. So, and we'll move this way. It can go from H to B to A, then to E. This is the E. Okay. So this way it will go. And see, the shortest distance to D will be this. See, this is 1, 1, 1 each. Because while it covers the one full round, it will be somewhere on this line, okay, near G and H surface, okay, and then it has to go back to D. So the shortest, like this shortest length would be this this diagonal, like crossing these faces, and this is 1. Okay, are you getting it? So this is like under root of this is 6 ka square plus 1 square, right? This is 37 or somewhere around 6.1 maybe. Okay, are you getting it? This is very typical question and not very easy, so you could skip it. Diagonal में you need a surface and हवा में नहीं चलेगी ना. Okay, getting it? So that's the logic behind this. And you can leave it in the first round. This is a typical question. You can go it in second or third round. It's possible that you make mistakes here. So now let's move to this question. This seems to be like you need to find the maximum value of a quadratic. This seems an easy question. You should do it in first round only. Okay. Or maybe second max to max if you think that it's taking time. So you can write it as quadratic a square minus 2 into 18 plus 64 minus 16. This gives you 3 minus 8 minus 16. Okay, is this fine? Now you need to maximize this. See, for maximizing this whole value, you need to maximize this out of minus 2 to 2. Now, it's very easy to understand that what value for a you will put in order to maximize this, right? Since this is a square. So you'll put a equals to minus 2. This gives you L is equals to minus 2 minus 8 the whole square minus 16. That is 100 minus 16. 8, 84. Getting it? This is easy peasy. Yes. Okay. So let's move. Mhm. Guys, if you have any doubts, please tell me, okay? Now, yes. Now, a family dines at a restaurant and one of the family members gives rupees 400 and doesn't take back the change as a tip. Okay. Now, the bill comprised actual cost and service tax of 12.5% of food, and there was a tip. This is 400 and this is 40. Now, you would need to easily understand that 12.5% is 1/8 part. This is 40. Now, 1/8 part is 40. So what will be the food? 14 to 8. This is 20, 20. Getting it? So how much will be the tip? 320 plus 40, 360. The tip is 40. Are you getting it? This was very simple. You could have easily done it in 30 to 45 seconds. Yes? Simple. This is your first round question. Just understand. See, for example, the first question I was talking about. See, that is the initial question, and that could have been a block in your roadway. Okay, how simple are those questions, and how tough was that question? You're getting my point. Okay, you could have easily wasted a lot of time there, and there will be a lot of difference between the people who waste time there and the people who will go smoothly in this kind of questions, even if it's a 99 percentiler or maybe 90 percentile. Getting? Now this question, this is 5x equals to 13 to the power minus y equals to 6 to the power z. So let's just equate it to k. Okay, is equals to k. So you'll have 30 to the power minus y is equals to k. So this will give you 5 is k to the power 1 by x. K, 30 is k to the power minus 1 by y. See, this questions can be typical, so you can leave it in first round. Okay, you can come back to it in second. That's okay. And if you feel that it's easy, very easy, see, for one thing here is realizing that 30 is 5 to the power minus 6, 5 into 6, and you need to like multiply those. Okay. As I'm saying here, this is k to the power 1 by x into k to the power 1 by z. Once you have done this, this question is done. Okay, see, minus 1 by y will be equal to 1 by x plus 1 by z, and this question is done. Are you okay? What does this give you? Done? Is it okay? Simple? Yeah. So this kind see guys, this kind of questions are simple, but this can take time. So don't waste your time in your first round. Come back to it in second round. Okay. Just remember that this is easy question, and when you come back to it in second round, you can easily attempt it. And your first round should not take more than 20 minutes, like 15-20 minutes. That's max. So this gives you f of x plus y is f of x into y and domain f of 8 is 9. So for example, if you put f of 4 plus 4 equals to f of 4 into 4 is equals to 9. So this gives f of 16 is 9. Now you can try for f of 100. For example, f of 10 into 10. This will be equals to f of 10 plus 10. This will be equal to f of 20. See, we have 16, we have 4, so you should easily think it as 16 plus 4. Right? That will be giving you f of 64. So f of 64 you can calculate since you have f of 8 equal to f of 8 plus 8. So f of 64 will be f of 16, that is 9, and this gives you 9 here. See? Simple. But this thinking this and imagining this can take time. Like it seems simple, but it can take time. So just don't take it in the first round, or even if you take it, just don't waste more than 2 minutes. Can be e to the power n. See, it's given here that f of x plus y is f of x. Why? How can it be e to the power x? It's f of 8 is also equal to f of 64. If I keep it e to the power 8 and e to the power 64, these are very different. Getting my point? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, this is the next question. So it's mentioned this is a square of side 10 and GBED. GBED. This is a kite and this is congruous to FCE. FCE. This is another kite. So see if they are congruous, you can see that GB equals to FC, BE equals to CE. Now see BE equals to C. This easily gives you that E is the midpoint, right? And this is a square. Now when you come back to it, ED is equals to C. Sorry, not C, EA. So you can also see that these two are also equal. BG is equals to CF and this is also equal. So that means these are all midpoints, right? You are getting my point. So these are all equal. Now if they intersect at H, now since this is a midpoint, if I join it, it will become a rectangle with 10 and 5. And H is this midpoint. So this is the midpoint of this diagonals, right? So that means this is of equal area, okay? This and this is also equal, like HAD and FAD. These are rectangles with equal areas, right? Since this is the midpoint on the same base, right? This will be equal, getting this and this. So this will be equal to half of triangle FAD. And we easily know that this area, this will be half into 1 by 2 into AD into FD. So this is 10, this is 5. So this gives me 25 by 2. So this will be none of these since it's 25 by 2. Right? Guys, are you getting it? Did you had any problems? See, this is kind of a typical question and you should have initially left that. This is like second round or third round. Second round question. Not a first round question. Don't pick it up because it might take you time to understand and it might eat up time. Yeah, but second round you can easily pick it up and finish it off in 10, like 2 or 3 minutes max. Is this okay? First round में Approx how much question? See, there is no such number. Just focus. There can be difficult papers. There can be easy papers. If it's very easy papers, then you should do good number of questions. Your focus should be not to waste more than 3 minutes on any question in first round. Okay. Even if you finish 6 or 7 questions in first round, that is fine. It's fine. So just don't waste more than 3 questions, more than 3 minutes, and make sure that you have gone through all the questions, so you know in the next round what you need to pick and what you need to skip directly. For example, the first question we found, we understood it in the first round that this has to be the last round question. After we solve the second round questions, then we'll pick it up. So you don't spend or you don't waste time on that question in the next round also. You know, for example, this I know that this I can pick it up in second round. So you don't have to waste time in second round on going through the questions. So the main objective of first round is to solve questions which are below 3 minutes timer, and the questions which I'll do in the next round. That is the main objective. And this strategy helps you in solving those problems. For example, I mentioned earlier that if you leave easy questions, there can be three reasons. And one of them can be that you did not go through that question. So you have to eliminate that option. This is the main objective of solving this strategy, solving through this strategy. Getting it? Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I think that was the last question. So let me know if there are any questions, and this was my first session too. So let me know if there is any feedback or how did you like the session. Maybe we can improve it on in the next mock analysis. Yeah, anyone wants to speak? Yes, guys, any questions, any queries, any feedback? Yeah, averages. What about averages? Is this really cat cons level? Yes, yes, and it is cat cons level. How to increase speed in fonts? See, to remember on mode while self and okay. So we'll come one by one. See, first to improve speed, I mentioned the arithmetic and those parts. See, we solved a lot of questions while simplifying calculations. I mentioned in like for example, time and work, you could have gone with fractions, and we did using units of work. So you need to simplify the calculations, and you need to extract time out of that. That is the main objective in quants. Okay. For example, you need to eliminate the fractions, you need to eliminate percentages. From where are we supposed to practice such questions? See, Disha, you can practice those questions from the previous year papers and the mocks you are having right now. Just do more and more sectionals as well as full length mocks. That's the goal. These are like actual cat level questions, and you'll understand while you sit giving a mock the actual how the paper will be. Okay. What important points to remember or note while self-analyzing? See, I think on your portal there is also a method to understand how much time you spent on a question. So just see to it next time when you are analyzing that was this question worth spending 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or how you could have simplified those calculations to spend less time on it and give more time on the difficult questions. क्वांट में 5-6 से ज्यादा अटेम्प्ट नहीं कर पाता. See, we solved easy questions, like, right? You understood how we selected the easier questions. Number system, even if I leave that, कोई problem होगा? See, just what you can do is number system, understand at least the basics so that you can solve the easy and moderate level questions. That's what I initially told. You don't have to skip easy or moderate level questions of any topic. Okay, just do that. You can skip the difficult level questions. Okay. And even if you solve, I think whatever material you have, even if you solve the questions of those, the basic questions, you'll be able to solve the easy and moderate ones. Okay. Do you remember how many questions you had attempted in each section in CAT? It's very difficult. Yeah, I don't remember. And see, it does not depend on the number of questions. The level of difficulty matters, and it is changing every year. So don't focus on how many number of questions you are doing. Any more questions, guys? Okay. So next, what should be the frequency of mocks and sectionals that one should be giving? So see, it depends on you. If you have completed your syllabus, like if you know basics of all the topics, what I'm saying that you should be able to solve easier questions of all the topics. If you're done with that, then you can. I think you should be giving 2 mocks around a week by now, or maybe 1 mock and sectionals. That's okay. Even if you start with one, then week by week you can increase. Okay, it's okay if you don't have to give 1 mock each day. Focus on analysis part as well, and just make sure that whatever mocks you are giving, you are analyzing them very properly.